in bits and pieces in college, and then I sat down in like the year 2000, and over the course of 3 months, just like really wrote, and put it all together.
I read a lot of scripts. A lot of them are not great, and some of them are good, and some of them you understand why you make them, and this was just one of those ones that I knew was special.
The script was just so untraditional and not like anything I had seen before. It was like funny, but also had a lot of like heart.
80% of it is based on things that actually happened. They're not really all to me, but just like stories I've collected and things from Jersey and things from friends.
Very quiet, everybody. Lock it up. There, you're good, yes? And let's roll sound.
To me, it felt a lot like a Hal Ashby movie. Wide lenses, compositional frames, mixture of absurdist humor and real genuine emotion all in one.
The body language is great. That's awesome.
Zach was pretty clear with his vision, I think, early on. You know, I think he had in his head exactly what he wanted. And, you know, we saw our job as coming in and helping him fulfill that dream, you know, fulfill that vision.
Sam's just a really, she's a funny girl. Most parts for women, especially like romantic parts, written by guys are like some weird ideal of what a guy would want a girl to be. Like, she's hot, she takes off her clothes a lot, she also really likes sports, you know, like. And this is like a real person who's got problems, and she's funny, and she's just as interesting and, you know, complex as the male character, and I appreciated that.
That was really unfortunate. She's the cutest girl.
Wait, what was that? Oh, that was terrible with that.
And hair.
Well,
She doesn't have no. She doesn't have no. She doesn't have no what? She don't have no what? We're gonna all let that go. I know. I was gonna let it go.
Action.
Yeah. So this is it. It's not fancy, but you know.
I'm the production designer on the movie, and my job is to design the sets.
For years, but then I got really into ice skating. So
Almost every location that we're going to, we've completely changed and painted, completely transformed into something else. My experience has been that when there's something really crazy sounding that everyone thinks is going to be a huge problem, it usually works out pretty easily, and such was the case with the Ark. I've seen a lot of books on these handmade houses that people do in the woods and in California out of found objects and found materials, and I sort of conceived the Ark that way. And Zach really liked that idea, so that's sort of been the direction we're going in.
Oil is codpiece. All right, Larry, here comes our knife.
And we'll have a little smoke in the air. Yeah, on this side, it's good. I mean, before we get in, I just don't want the breakfast scene to be too small.
Oh, no. I'd rather keep this part a little less.
Okay.
We are trying to create somewhat of a specific visual style, which involves a lot of wide lenses, compositional things. And although it's not a lot of camera movement, it still has a specific style in the end. These gloves are rad.
Yeah.
Gloves are serious.
Careful. Mailbox material in your hand in the middle, and just stop, full frame the doorway, and look right at it.
And let's roll sound.
Star camera Apple 24, scene 22. Take one.
Sort of quickie.
Mark. So focus goes on action, and Jim, you go on action. I pride myself on being a little bit of an amateur photographer. I really like shooting black and white, so I wanted to make a film that really took pride in composition. Let's get him on his next cross. Here we go. And roll. Okay, and Jim, come look at me.
And we cut.
thought I was next.
Lost. Probably the biggest part of my job as a script supervisor is to help the director know that he has the shots he needs to make the scene. And then there's technical considerations like eye lines, how the actors look at each other, where they move, if they leave one frame, how maybe they should come into the next frame. We usually have a blocking. Usually it's a private blocking in the morning for just the director and the actors, and the director and the actors work out the scene.
Do we not like the overlap? No.
I just don't want to have a Klingon that can do it. Tim can speak Klingon. What?
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
What the fuck is Klingon?
Like the Star Trek guys?
Yeah, you can speak their language.
She's kidding.
I'm not kidding. You're just being modest.
All right.
Shy. Why are you
Yeah,
being
just
shy?
I think I'll get Klingon.
Okay.
All right, let's go with the red first.
What's it?
I play Mark. I live in the hometown that Zach comes back to. I play one of the local, I play like the sheriff, kind of metaphorical sheriff of the town, I guess.
This is what we're adding, is these three pieces plus a roof on the back. I think that it's supposed to look like the boat was there at the quarry. They asked this guy to live there and to watch over the quarry in the story, and so they gave him the boat and they said you could live there. So he takes it and he finds whatever he can find in the quarry, whether it's wood, metal, whatever he can find, and he makes this crappy boat a home for his family.
Yeah, Michael Lerman and I used to work as production assistants together. And I was a really bad PA, and Michael was a really good PA. Michael took it very seriously.
Which is why he's an AD.
Which is why he's now an AD. And the best AD I've ever worked with. He's amazing.
Copy that. First team's on the way to set, guys. Let's get into position.
Natalie's mic needs to be tweaked when she arrives.
Here, she's on the left.
God, I'm so sorry. Here I am putting through another one of these. Like, not that. It's really exciting to work with Zach, having someone who's both the actor and the director. It's interesting because he can direct from within the scene, which is sort of changes what it means to be an actor within one of the scenes, you know, because you're constantly pushing each other.
I mean, this is coming a little quicker.
It's not that we're bad pet owners or anything. It's just we've had so many of them over the years.
We're shooting a lot of this movie very close to Newark Airport. However, it didn't seem that bad when we were out here during prep. I think it's not until you're really silent and actually rolling sound that you really start hearing that actually the planes are constantly going overhead.
You have an incoming call.
Hello?
Hey, listen, I'm on my way to Dunkin' Donuts with the fish store. Do you want anything he wants to know?
Meryl and I are dying for coffee and donuts right now. Right, Meryl?
Well, I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is right by the fish store. So I'll hop to the fish store and send these boys over to Dunkin' Donuts.
I mean, I'll drink 2 coffees for Christ's sake. If you can get me one with a lot of milk, no sugar.
It's the sweet and salt combination. Peanut butter jelly and usually Doritos, but we got Cheetos instead. Crunchy.
See, people come up and ask for the weirdest things, you know? They ask for everything, you know? The weirdest thing people ask for? Probably diet water. Diet water is probably the most weirdest thing you can get. We have fun all day, you know? This is like an easy job because you just kind of hang out, you could do it and relax. No one has to like get all tense. Like in there, it's like crazy in there. You know, you walk in there, it's 1,000 degrees, people are screaming, yelling, hurry, hurry, hurry. You know? Relax, it's make-believe. Chill. Come out to the table and hang out with me. Craft service table school. You want to see the truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's all get into position. Lock it up.
I'll let you know in a second. I gotta get this new lens on.
I think the remote's a funnier prop, but I think you'll see the prints better on the glass.
Here we go, everybody.
Let's lock it up, please.
We're doing interior day for night with animals and 4 actors in a small space and light gags and televisions that need to be sunk up, and it's pretty intricate.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I know it's a little confusing. So this is how to go. Don't do it at the top of this. We'll get about 4 claps.
Yeah.
Get it off at the last one. So we go, and come on, isn't she good? We'll do this, guys. Yeah. Okay. Wait for him to.
What do we do when that happens?
You'll react like, oh, the clapper. I forgot about the clapper. But Tatembe will do this. Yeah. Is it funny?
Yeah.
Good. It's good to hear that things are funny. I find them funny, but I never know if anyone else is going to find them funny. If nothing else, I'm making a movie that I'll enjoy.
Rolling, quiet, please.
Every movie is stressful to make. There's always an onslaught of problems. But I come from the school of when I make films, like, I don't like to say no to the director.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's like, support the director, support the project. Everything, your entire energy needs to go into the film. Like, what's going to be up there on the screen that we're showing you. I'm very conscious of that, whether I have a $25 million budget or I have a $2 million budget.
Keyway, swap down. 2 weeks before I started in pre-production, Jill called me up because I know a bit about bikes and said, we have to have a motorcycle with a sidecar. And I said, that's not so hard. She said, but we need 2 identical and they have to look like World War II and we only have $5,000. And I told her it was impossible and couldn't be done. She found this guy who imports these bikes called Dneprs from Russia, D-N-E-P-R. It's like a copy of a 1930s BMW.
All right, let's go.
We had to have the wheels rebuilt. Then we had engine troubles. So it's been back to the mechanic 3 times.
How cool would I be if I started on the first try? So cool.
And action.
Let's see playback. Everyone gather around for playback. Peter even helped out, keeping it going a little. Good work, buddy.
Yeah, it's right there with you, man.
It was a team effort.
It's really fun to work on something where a lot of the people are young who are part of the cast and crew.
Great to get on that.
It's cool. It's much more of a creative feel, and people who really just like love film and are really feel the magic of it still.
What are the issues with the Technotrainer?
One just fell off. There's lots of problems. Well, we always knew that the pool lights, the existing pool lights, were not going to be really bright enough to light the pool. And after a lot of research into the commercial market, believe it or not, it's actually hard to find something that could be safe for picture, meaning we could actually see it on camera and not look like a movie light to light the pool. So we came up with various plans, and none of them seem to be working. I've got circuit breaking, cutting out the pool lights that are there every 2 seconds. Ronnie, the pool lights just went out again.
We call it getting WAST, because Ronnie Kupfer-Wasser is our location manager. And there he is. There's Ronnie Kupfer-Wasser. Ronnie, what do we call it when the pool's not hot enough?
That would be a wasp.
You guys went through great trouble, right? I very much appreciate it. Is the steam going to be okay?
Yeah, we like the steam.
For real?
It gives it a sexy atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. It's like a Deep Purple video.
Wow. Where's the iceberg? I love the movie, I just couldn't see anyone.
You should have been here last night. Ann and I almost got arrested. Yesterday, we were afraid that the pool wasn't going to be warm enough. So, Ann and I, being the control freaks that we are, thought that it would be better if we just tested it. So we came here with Ronnie Kupferwasser last night, our location manager.
We couldn't get the gate open, but we had permission to hop the wall over.
And we made Ronnie turn around because Ann and I stripped down our clothes. And
They did a test dip in their underwear.
And as soon as we were in the pool for like 3 seconds, like literally like waiting around, feeling it out, seeing if it was warm enough.
2 officers approached us from each side.
And they detained Ronnie over here.
They wouldn't allow me to get any kind of towel to cover them. I had to stay put and show ID.
And they said, can you guys give me your license? And we were like, we don't have a license, you know, it's in the car.
When like Pam and I kind of stopped shivering and, you know, put our clothes back on, and we're walking down the driveway with Ronnie, and it's like the only thing I could think of to say is like, you know what, I'm really glad I opted not to skinny dip. Like, I'm really happy with that decision at this moment.
1, 2, 3,
Okay, sorry.
Happy?
Wait.
Is it good, Jared, baby? Oh, yeah. Is it good? Like you don't know? What? Like you don't know? No. Like you don't come and strip down in your happy bra and...
There's one place where it's getting heated from, I don't believe that.
Take it off. What color are you wearing today, baby?
Did you find a heater over there?
Cut! Check playback.
We cut! Here they come.
Hi, buddy.
Okay.
You got enough room?
I'm gonna make room. Hold on. The dog's code to fuck a leg
Oh,
is
yeah, I can
who's your
tell.
bitch?
Sorry.
Who's your bitch?
Love 'em up.
Love him up. Ready for me.
We have to be here when animals are used, and what we do is trainers are hired, and then the animals are prepped for the shot. And we work with the trainers and the production and make sure everything goes according to plan, and the animals is doing its intended action, and the animals are not overworked, and production doesn't ask anything that they're not prepared to do. Well, in a scene like this, you just really look if the animal's uncomfortable. I mean, this is quite a mild shot, so I'm not really worried about anything per se, but you just make sure the animal isn't bothered by the action in the scene and that he does it willingly, and you don't do so many takes that he gets tired. But a couple takes, no problem.
No rolling, it's okay.
No rolling.
Ice.
Ice.
Love him up. Good boy. Love him up.
Love him up, Ice. Who's your bitch? Who's your bitch? Who's your bitch?
Love him up, Ice. Oh no.
Good boy.
Got any suggestions?
What?
You got any suggestions?
Kick his balls.
Test six, please.
That's good. That was good work, Ice. The grossest part is when I feel it.
I know, I don't want to hear about it.
The Humane Society lady's filling out a form.
No complaints so far. Everybody's doing a great job.
Great job, man.
No, thank you.
I thought you were really retarded. I mean, you were just as good as that quirky kid, and he's actually retarded.
His whole process throughout the movie is going from this really like detached state to sort of understanding how to feel again. And she's someone who's so alive and so connected to everything and so emotional and sort of brings that out in him.
I think I am left changed, but you don't. It's not necessarily this movie to witness that, that change. I think it's clear that I did something different for once in my life.
That bucket, can you pan that bucket while you're up there?
Charlie and I put together a rig to block the sun out from the boat. And since the sun is pretty high, we have to go pretty high with 20 by 20.
The motifs of water, washing something clean and making it new. And so there's water everywhere in the movie. Tomorrow it's going to pour. Just the idea that the storm is coming, and you hear with the weather report that there's this storm coming, and but that once it blows over, that spring is here, and it's going to be a beautiful. Things are going to be beautiful.
And let's start the rain. Action!
I think the rain's helping because the actors don't want to be in it, so we do one take, it's like out to the next take. So it's speeding things along, I think.
Have to what? Short up. The idea is that they come here and they make it through the storm, and that is the final piece to Lard of having his awakening, sort of find himself and rescue all the parts of himself that he really likes.
Hey.
53, take one. Hey. Okay.
And action.
I think you should do a panoramic sweep of this arc to show what happens once the set is shot out. After all the preparation that goes into it, once it's done, they throw it away like a broken toy.
They trash it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm really blown.
I'm hoping I pick up guitar, start taking lessons. Maybe I get good enough to teach locally, you know what I mean? Teach kids like their scales. Young kids,
So would you quit the cemetery job?
Quit the cemetery job, start teaching rudimentary guitar, move out of the house, move in with some friends maybe.
Okay. Here you go, Larry. Ready? Let's try.
I got tired of watching films that they all follow the same exact structure, and so anyone who's taken any sort of screenwriting class can go, okay, we're 30 minutes in, this is what should be happening, and bam, there it goes. It starts happening.
Let's roll sound.
We've definitely had ups and downs, but we kind of just go with them and recover and keep moving forward and just try to get the best material that you can. We have definitely not sacrificed anything of Zach's vision. I feel like everybody, like Camelot, production, Jersey, we've all kind of embraced it. And everyone has done everything possible to make that vision happen. I watch him in awe sometimes because I'm like, wow, he's like doing an amazing job, because here he is running this whole set as the director, and he's so specific with what he wants, and he's so clear about his vision. It's like it's almost as if he's like built up all this time to get to this moment.
come home and you run into somebody and then you go off and hang out with them for a little bit, and then you might never see them again because you meet up with somebody else and you go and you sleep over their house. And I just sort of really wanted to write the whole structure of the film like coming home for 4 days genuinely felt like. And when I did that, it didn't have a traditional 3-act structure, but luckily I found the good people at Camelot Pictures and Jersey Films who were able to support it anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a picture wrap on Michael Weston. And let's all give Zach Braff a big hand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It is amazing. It is the most hackneyed expression to say dream come true, but it is quite literally all I ever wanted was to have this shot, and I feel very lucky that I got it.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Gare. Thank you.
Where's the mic? Now the margarita machine's broken.
Welcome.
Nice work, brother.
Very good.
Congratulations.